Welcome back to Taiwan Outlook. We have two guests from the Craniofacial Foundation. Ms. Rebecca Wang, you are the executive director of the foundation.
Yes.
I know you've been helping patients in Taiwan, but also you also send volunteers to other countries to help.
Yeah.
What are the major areas that you've been working with, and where?
Actually, we have been Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, mainland China, and Dominican Republic. Yeah, Myanmar. Yeah.
But apparently, in Taiwan, it will be easier for you to help and treat the patients in Taiwan. When you go to other countries, what kind of assistance or service you provide to them?
Actually, we will follow the Dr. Nodo's philosophy. And when he came to Taiwan, he sent many Taiwanese doctors to the advanced countries to get more training. Then those doctors came back to Taiwan to provide their service. That's why we can promote the standard of the medical care in Taiwan.
So you have trained the surgeons in those countries, and when they go back to their country, they can treat their patients.
Yeah.
And Dr. Bocha, you're also a medical doctor, and you are now giving your training in Taiwan as well, but you're also helping other countries. From your experiences, what are the basic differences between our society in Taiwan and other societies, and how they see the patients, craniofacial patients?
I think the society, of course, the cultural differences are worldwide, so each country has its specificum. But I think the view, as I mentioned before, there was a huge amount of groundwork done past few years. It's amazing to look from outside what happened within very short period of time. The foundation being founded in 1990. That's only 18 years.
Yeah.
That's actually one period where what you need to see results in the craniofacial patient. And in that short time, the service expanded tremendously, and the center has reached the world top quality. So the result is excellent. I'm sure you walk the street and you wouldn't even notice that that patient was actually born with a cleft lip or with a cleft on other part of the face, because the job can be done so excellent.
So in addition to bringing the surgeons or doctors to come to Taiwan to get training, are you also bring patients directly from those countries to Taiwan to get treatments?
Yeah, some patients with more complicated craniofacial deformity, such as Kruzong or the just very, very severe craniofacial patients. If the patient is only have cleft lip and palate, we can provide the services. Just have the mission there. Just at the local hospital, we can provide the surgery. But the more complicated patient, we should bring the patients to Taiwan.
And Dr. Bocha, you have many international experiences, and you also interact with other missions as well. And so what makes Taiwan so unique, in comparison with other countries' missions in those countries?
Having working on international projects previously in my career, I actually mainly worked in Africa. So it were comparable circumstances on the base to the poor Asian countries. I was privileged to join the Nordhoff Foundation, and first time I went to Cambodia last year, I think, and the experience was amazing. It was very different from my previous experiences. Actually, the help was provided in very high level, and I was very impressed.
High level in terms of what?
High level in terms of everything. I know it's a very general statement, but let me explain. The team, the mission was established already. It was not the first mission. It was a repetitive mission, and the program was running for a few years. So actually, it was not the children diseases were treated, I would say. But the amazing thing was the way the team is experienced and well trained and organized. That the complex program of the foundation was actually the main thing which I considered very valuable, because usually the international teams, I don't want to falsely abuse someone, but I think I can make this general statement.
Yeah, please do.
Many of the international teams, they go there without complex programs. They just go for the surgery, and as Rebecca correctly said, it's not cleft palate or lip or cleft craniofacial deformity is not only the surgery, it's a complex deformity requiring complex team work. So what Taiwan does, Taiwan tries to cover completely the disease, I would say, from every aspect, starting with the surgery, ending with the social work. So the team can cover all these aspects. The foundation brought the foreign surgeon, trained them, sent them back. The foundation goes there. Now the surgeons are so good. They actually, one time per year is enough to go to supervise them, to help them to do difficult cases, which even the experienced surgeon from Taiwan sometimes actually struggle to finish.
But as you mentioned, that this kind of program should be a very packaged one. You know, it should be a more complicated one. But on the other hand, you also have to work with the local authorities, local communities, local medical communities as well. What are your experiences of working and cooperating with, or even arguing with the local authorities in those countries?
Yeah, it's kind of very difficult. But fortunately, I think we have many Taiwanese business people and those local Taiwanese business people that always have good connections with the local government. Yeah, and they could be just our volunteers. Yeah, and then link the develop the channel, link the channel for our team. Yeah, so if the government say yes, say they want to support this program, and it's more easier. Yeah, to cooperate with them, yes.
How about the responses from the local families, you know, also local medical communities? Are they also very receptive to the help from other countries?
As Professor Nordhoff said, everything is about people. And to every extent of that sentence. So actually, you have to choose the right people. Of course, if your help is not welcome, there is no need of forcing it. And if it can be used in other way or other direction or in other country. But if the help is welcome, the reward can be amazing. I think that's why the foundation does what they do, and that's why the volunteers go there. To get that kind of reward in developed country is now very difficult to get, because the patient is concerned about different things, and the honest, innocent child smile and their parents is probably the best reward you can get if you do this kind of work.
But as you mentioned, that the different society may have different needs, you know. So are you also tailoring your programs to different needs in different societies? You know, try to diversify, you know, with the different packages and so on.
Yeah, I think different countries they have different needs and a different philosophy, different concept. Just for example, just the first time I arrived in Ho Chi Minh City, we just keep telling them we want to train see doctors. We support the doctors to Taiwan, but I think the superintendent of that hospital, they don't appreciate that.
Why not?
Yeah, because I think they want the very concrete resources, like money. So they just give me money, and otherwise they say just you organize a team to come to Ho Chi Minh City is too costly.
That's right.
Yeah, and they just gave me money. We can do it very well.
Yeah, and also you take away their human resources. You know, you would send their surgeons to Taiwan for 1 or 2 years. There will be a lack of human resources, right?
I think it's a very good question, because every country has its specifics, as Rebecca mentioned, but also the program develops. It's not possible to start the center as, for example, I use the Cambodia because it's probably one of the most successful places the foundation goes, where it took approximately 7 years to develop the service, to that extent that now we are considering, or the foundation considers, to have a speech therapist and a social worker. So it doesn't happen overnight. You need a lot of work. So you probably start with a surgery, and then you convince people this can be done. This how we do it. This is how our results are. And then the people start demanding. And with the demand, of course, you can develop the service higher. So then probably the speech therapist can be involved. Then the social worker can be involved.
That's right.
So actually, you can, over the years, you can grow the service. But as I mentioned, for that, I very much respect the foundation, that they have the long-term concept. Is they don't do so-called parachute surgery, where you just land in the country, you do 20 patients, and you get out.
That's
and
right.
nobody will ever hear of you. So that's why I like that concept very much.
So your foundation has been very successful. Apparently, you have very good reputation now in the field. So does that kind of reputation help you in getting more assistance to other countries?
Now we just focus on just helping the receivers to develop the craniofacial center.
Yeah. Any specific success examples? You know, setting up this kind of craniofacial center in other countries?
I think we have a center and a foundation in Philippines.
In Philippines?
Yeah, in Philippines, in Manila, and Cambodia, just in Phnom Penh, and then now we just have quiet, close relation with mainland China.
Mainland China as well.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the most difficult part in setting up this kind of craniofacial center?
It's actually a very specific problem. Because usually these countries, they suffer a lot of different problems, which probably may be more appealing to the society.
Yeah.
But this problem requires a very highly trained team. So I would say the team. But once the team is established as foundation, it's very easy. The best example was the mission in Laos. That was this year. This year in May, the Laos it was the first mission. In extreme difficult conditions, with a very poor facility, the team was able, you cannot imagine, the team was able to unpack the boxes and start doing surgery, I would say, on the green field immediately. So that was, for me, was an amazing experience to watch how important it is to have a very good organization.
So apparently the key was teamwork. You know,
Teamwork.
In other words, you have to work with different professions,
Yes.
also different groups as well.
Yes.
So when we come back, we'll talk about your cooperation with other professional groups, other NGO groups, try to make it a success story.
Thank you.
So stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.